New Zealand is a country lost in the South Pacific. When we hear its name, we automatically think in the Kiwis, both of them, sheep, and the powerful rugby team, the All Blacks. This peaceful country is on the opposite corner of the world, the antipodes. It has two main islands separated by the Cook Strait and 5 more in the east side of Australia. Although we Europeans, we don't usually realize we know many things about New Zealand. For example, there is an important film industry there, considering its population, 4.4 million inhabitants. This is caused by the cultural politics developed since the 70s of the last century. The film industry began in New Zealand in the 20s, almost 30 years after the Lumiere's invention. Although this delay, a massive creation of movies started after the constitution of the New Zealand Film Commission in 1978 that supports the local directors and producers with their projects. We could see the results of those measures a few years later, when movies as Once Were Warriors or An Angel at My Table were seen all around the world. The Film Commission helps producers to find locations, do castings, or make deals with banks. Those incentives drag some foreign producers to the country, who brought new ideas and technology that improve the local knowledge. Some newspapers defend that film industry is a state affair for the Kiwis. As the Finnish pay attention to the mobile phones industry, English to rock music, or Brazilians to football, the New Zealanders take care of their film industry. Even the New Zealander army helped Peter Jackson to make some fight scenes in The Lord of the Rings. The fact that English is the native language of the New Zealanders is their stronghold when they want to export movies. There is no need to dub the movies, as the English written scripts can be widely understood by the majority of the people worldwide. This can make this business quite profitable, as it reduces the cost of a movie production. However, there is an additional factor that helps to develop the film industry in New Zealand. Their natural landscapes are absolutely fantastic, and they cannot be found in other countries easily. Every year, thousands of tourists visit the natural parks and the location where films were shot. In the Southern Island, there is a range called the Alps of the South, where the legendary alpinist Edmund Hillary started his career that led him to the immortality in the Everest. In this country, we can visit Hobbiton or Mordor in national parks. Actually, we could drink a beer in the Green Dragon in Matamata, or touch the sand and ashes of the Dark Lake in Tongariro, which is the oldest natural park in New Zealand. There are more examples of Hollywood movies shot there, like The Adventures of Tintin, The Chronicles of Narnia, or Avatar. Among New Zealand directors, the star is Peter Jackson. In the beginning of his career, he made some gore movies, something that made him known. However, he saw his talent when he directed The Lord of the Rings. In spite of the difficult challenge it was, he was awarded 17 Oscars in 3 editions. The third film, The Return of the King, got as many awards as Gone with the Wind or Titanic, 11, an absolute record.
And the Oscar goes to Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings.
This is the second Academy Award tonight for Peter Jackson, including his nomination this year for Best Motion Picture and Adapted Screenplay for The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. This is his 8th nomination.
When he finished the trilogy, Peter Jackson took a long time to rest, and he returned successfully with King Kong and Last Christmas with The Hobbit, another adaptation of a Tolkien book. Moreover, due to Jane Campion, we discovered the power of the music through a very emotional movie, The Piano. The director, Jane Campion, is one of the 4 women nominated for the Oscar Awards in this category, but she was awarded for the Best Original Script with this film. In the story, a mute pianist arrived to New Zealand in order to get married with a man who didn't care for her talent. However, a neighbor did care and a love story began. The soundtrack is one of the most brilliant in the history of film industry. A less known but important director is Martin Campbell. Born in New Zealand, he began his career as cameraman in London, England. He stood out directing The Mask of the Zorro, film that launched Antonio Banderas to the stardom of Hollywood. In spite of this undeniable success, his most important movies are both with the James Bond franchise, GoldenEye and Casino Royale. But every of those awesome films would have been impossible to do without the talent of New Zealander actors. Terence Butler, who appears in the Harry Potter films, Zoe Bell, who works with Tarantino in Kill Bill, Death Proof and Django Unchained, or Chris Rankin are examples of the hard work and good education system that exists in New Zealand when we talk about acting. Anna Paquin, the shy daughter of Holly Hunter in The Piano, won the Oscar when she was 11 with this role. Her behavior when he picked up the award was one of the funniest and sweetest moments in the Oscar history.
The Oscar goes to Anna Paquin, The Piano.
The Academy for the honour of letting me be here today. I'd like to thank Jane, Jan and Holly for making this all possible. And I'd like to thank Eddie Campbell, Pat Quirk and Beanie for taking such good care of me during the making of the film.
Despite her precocity, she was able to maintain a coherent career during 20 years, with some appearances in indie films and blockbusters as X-Men or the TV series True Blood. However, a star shines above the others. Russell Crowe, the proud gladiator, the sick smoker, the clever captain, or the attractive police agent, is the most known actor from New Zealand. His adaptable anatomy helps him to play any kind of role brilliantly. He won an Oscar award for his Maximus Decimus Meridius. Some critics say that the award was not deserved, as he didn't deserve to lose for his role in The Insider.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Despite the fact that he has a bad character, he's one of the most respected actors in the world thanks to his excellent work and his insight at the time of choosing winner projects. Another important feature of the New Zealand film is the mixture between the Western culture and the respect to the Aboriginal legacy. We can see this union in the 2002 movie Whale Rider, the fight of a Maori girl to fulfill a destiny against social conventions of her people. Also, two famous TV series that were shot in New Zealand stand out, Hercules and Xena. In them, we show the spectacular nature and the talent of the New Zealanders to make movies and promote them all over the world. We can see that the industry has deep roots to survive a punctual brightness of a genius like Jackson, Campbell, Paquin, Crowe or Campion. To sum up, we can say that the Kiwis have seen a profitable industry through the collaboration between private sector, politicians and the talented creators. If they keep on working on this good estate business, they will have a prosperous film culture, and they will keep conquering the world's heart.